Hi, my name is Andy Bates, and welcome to my TED Talk about flexible seating. Before I begin, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm currently in my third year teaching, and I teach at a private school in Burbank, California. All 3 years I've been teaching, I have taught second grade, and I absolutely love it. The more years I've been teaching, the more I get comfortable and excited to implement and try new things. One new thing that I tried this year is called flexible seating, and in fact, the whole elementary tried it this year as well. A flexible seating classroom is one in which a traditional seating chart is replaced with seating arrangements that allow students to sit where they choose. Also, traditional desks are taken away and replaced with other various options. Flexible seating classrooms designs can include such things as couches, stools, beanbag chairs, beds, mats, inflatable balls such as yoga balls, lying on the floor, pillows, benches, hanging chairs. Movement is very important for us, and when we're able to move, we're able to think better. So the idea of a yoga ball or a wobble chair allows students to move their bodies a little bit while they're sitting while they're working. Whereas in the past, we forced them to sit at a desk, put your feet down flat, sit up straight, and now we're allowing them the chance to move their body and work in a way that is productive for each student. I know from personal experience, I like doing my homework in my bed, laying down. So giving those students the chance to sit at a couch, to lay on their belly on the floor, gives them that freedom to work where they are best thinkers, and instead of forcing them to sit in a chair and this is the way you need to sit. However, there are some students who are so used to the chair, the normal desk and chair, and they choose that, and that's fine. You need to make sure that those are also available for them to use if they choose so. Flexible seating all started at a Starbucks. Kayla Delzer, who was the creator of flexible seating, went to a Starbucks to do some work. While she was there, she was looking around and realized that everyone seemed to be happy, engaged in their work, and relaxed. She noticed how some people chose the traditional chairs and tables, while others opted for a big comfy chair with their laptop. The quiet music, the perfect lighting, and overall aesthetics of the coffee shop were favorable for a variety of learners. She began to realize that if she wanted to switch her seating in her classroom, that she was free to do just that. That's when she decided that her classroom was going to look radically different than anything she'd ever done before. My classroom has the following flexible seating options: a couch, a standing table, yoga balls, wobble chairs, cushions, a kneeling table for them to kneel on their knees, a sitting table for them to sit on their bottoms, laying mats to lay on their stomach or their back, lap desks to sit and work, stools, and also traditional desks are available. Whenever there is a substitute, I leave the following rules for them. Students may choose their own spot, but at any time that it becomes apparent that it is not their best learning spot, the teacher has the final say and may move a student to another area. Students need to take turns in different seating spots. One student may not monopolize a certain type of seating. There are designated spots on the rugs. The students know their spots and are not allowed to switch. Each student has a circle on the rug. Generally, whole group instruction takes place on the rugs. Students are then dismissed to their chosen work areas when given a certain task to accomplish. In order to avoid a rush, I have dismissed one colored row at a time. Every student is given their own personalized bin. Inside is where they keep their folders, spelling dictionary. Every student has a clipboard, their pencil pouch with their supplies, and any books or other materials that they need. I line up all the students' bins on the back counter, and I separated them up a little bit so it doesn't get crowded when they need to go get their supplies. Each spot has different rules. For example, there is allowed no more than 4 students at the kidney table, kneeling table, or sitting table. Students must have enough space, an elbow's length, between them and the person next to them. There is no excessive bouncing allowed on the yoga balls. Feet must remain on the floor while using any flexible seating. Students must stay at the spot they have chosen for the designated work time and may not just move from spot to spot. The exception is the standing table because their legs may get tired. If the students feel they are next to someone they will talk to, they may ask to move spots. It is up to the teacher's judgment whether allowing them to or not. Flexible seating was also based off of research. I've personally found that some immediate benefits of flexible seating include burning calories, using excess energy, improving metabolism, increased motivation and engagement, creating a better oxygen flow to the brain, and improving core strength and overall posture. It's no surprise that physical activity is linked to higher academic performance, better health, and improved behavior. Research finds that simple, in-class activities can boost performance. Studies suggest that children who participate in short bursts of physical activity within the classroom have more on-task behavior, with the best improvement seen in students who are least on task initially. I interviewed some students to find out what they thought about flexible seating. By the way, their faces are not shown for their privacy. Do you like flexible seating?
Yes.
How come?
Because it's fun, but we could still work at the same time.
What's the best part about it?
That you can choose your own flexible seating.
Which spot do you like the best?
I like the couch and the back table.
Do you think it's easier to think when you're at these spots than at a desk?
Yes.
Yeah. What's the worst part about flexible seating?
Sometimes it's not comfortable to write on your clipboard in the air when you're on some flexible seating.
Do you think other schools should do flexible seating?
Yes.
Okay. Do you like flexible seating?
Yeah,
How come?
because you get to choose whichever one you want as long as somebody didn't take it before you. And there's lots of choices.
What's your favorite choice?
The rocking chairs.
And what's the place that's the hardest for you to work at?
I'll probably say like the yoga balls.
Do you prefer flexible seating over a regular desk?
Yeah.
How come?
Because since you have like a funner place to sit on, it makes it a little bit easier to do your work because you're a lot happier.
Do you think other schools should do this?
Yeah.
Do you like flexible seating?
Yeah.
How come?
I like it because you gotta choose what you want every time.
What's your favorite spot to sit?
I don't have one.
You like them all?
Mhm.
Do you have a spot that you don't work well at?
No.
Is it easy to focus when you're working in a spot rather than a desk?
Yes.
What makes it easier to focus?
Because sometimes I don't have people around me, so that I can think better.
And would you suggest other schools go to flexible seating?
Yeah.
Like flexible seating?
Yes.
How come?
Because you can choose your own spot, and you you can always change it if it's not working very well.
And what's your favorite spot to sit at?
The rockers.
Rockers. Is there a spot that's your least favorite?
The makerspace table.
And would you suggest that other schools do flexible seating?
Yes.
In my experience with flexible seating, I have found that you have to have a lot more structure in your classroom. You have to be very specific with what you expect and how you expect your students to use each material. The very first week of school, We went over and over the rules. We created them together. We demonstrate how to use it properly, how not to use it, and everything. Occasionally, we have to go over these rules again so the students can have a reminder. However, once those rules are established, I felt that I've dealt with a lot less behavior issues and a lot quieter of a classroom. Most of the time, one reason is because the students are given a choice. This takes away some defiance issues that I've dealt with in the past. Another reason is the students are spread out throughout the classroom. Because of this, they are less likely to talk to each other and distract each other. A third reason is they're choosing a spot that works best for them. When they are comfortable while they are working, they are more likely to stay on task and do what they are asked. Students also know that the final rule is I have the final say. If they cannot handle a spot that they choose, then they know I have the right to move them whenever. I hope you found this information very helpful, and I would highly suggest that you try implementing flexible seating in your classroom. If your principal doesn't allow all of it, I would try to implement a couple tools at a time to help the students.